Subnautica won the vote, so we are going to play it until we beat it. I think that there is a way to beat Subnautica. I haven't played this in a couple months, so it might take me a little bit to get my sea legs back. I did watch the end of the previous VOD, so I know that I'm mostly looking for an ultra-high capacity oxygen tank and an ultra-fin upgrade so I can swim deeper, which just sounds fantastic. I'm pumped for that. But the actual ins and outs of the controls will probably take me 5, 10, 15 minutes to get back in the hang of it. Oh yeah. All the way back to Super Mario. You know it, Dad. Mario Brothers 3, right? That little fish. Well, it's not even a little fish. It scared the crap out of me. Alright, so we left off, we found a little island. I might try to work my way back to my boat so I can put some stuff back together here. Let's go. Trying to remind myself of the controls. I've got a scanner, got a little thing that lets me swim faster and maps the general terrain. Got a thing that I can use to harvest stuff. Got a spear for attacking underwater things. Should be more thankful for this game, isn't it, right? It's very pretty. I feel like I mentioned this last time, but this game has a really good reward loop. Most of the time, if I see open world survival crafting on Steam, that's pretty indicative the game is bad. This one's pretty good. Probably need to get some more food and fresh water, so I can try to work on that. I need to pick up more batteries, I want to say. Thank you, Leo. Even the water level in Kingdom Hearts scares me. Old water levels in the PS1 Tomb Raider games spook me pretty good. That was a really loud noise. What the hell was that? It's fine. Everything's fine. It's fine. Yeah, that was a quest point that I had left off on last time, but I want to regroup, figure out what I'm doing. Just running up my chest. I think I already looted all of this crashed cargo. There's really nothing new to get here. I should try to pick up more of these dudes if I can. I think they give meat, primarily. Come back here. I got you. And there's some bladderfish that I could get for water. Too far from here. It's only the ocean. Only nothing to see in every direction. There's a lot of good design decisions in this game. For example, I really like having the crashed ship always be on the horizon. It's cool from a story perspective, but it also serves the purpose of making sure that you can always orient yourself. Makes it marginally less terrifying. I did build a base, but I still need to work on understanding the base mechanics a little bit better.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Thanks. I was just throwing all my crap in these lockers, right? Alright. Keepers. I eventually want to move everything from my escape pod onto this little base. Got a decent number of lockers for on-site storage, and a decent amount of mining materials. Got a fabricator. Cook some of these peepers. Jeepers creepers. Cured food. I need salt to cure food. That just makes it last longer, if I recall correctly. Now, water, filtered water I can make from bladderfish. There's probably a more efficient way to get to filtered water, but I can go try to hunt some of those down just to fill up my meter here. Let's see. Cook beaver. Very good. Overwatch has been sucking you back in? Very nice. A long list of top Metroidvanias. Do you have any Metroidvanias that don't make the list? Let me think about that. I really like those cool farting manatees. I think we established last time too that this game is the map is entirely authored, right? There's no random terrain, random enemies. The only random element is that some of the fish spawns aren't always exactly the same in different areas. I appreciate that. I think that's what draws me away from a lot of these open world games. Spoke. Alright, looking for bladderfish. I think that there's a colony, school's what we're looking for. Stay away from the radiation. Close to the crash ship. But I like that the map is pretty much fixed. Let's go. What the hell was that? Everything's fine, everything's fine. These guys are a little aggressive. Distribution of our blueprints in Tech Town is, okay. But there's still a flat progression, right? Like the game wants you to get this upgrade first before you get that upgrade. Was a bladderfish. I need many bladderfish. Hadn't I discovered a different way to make fresh water last time? Hey, thanks for the follow, Spear Kid. It wasn't just dependent on bladderfish. Whale noises. It's freaking me out. Gotta make a bunch of batteries so I can use that thing as much as I want. Bladderfish, bladderfish. I know, right? You know, Fortnite's a good game. I think people are definitely responding to it in the same way they respond to anything that's super popular. There's a bit of a backlash, but it's a good game. I think the genre might be fundamentally flawed. Scan that, or have I already seen it? Nice. I love that that reduces it. Holy crap. There's those cool giant fungus whales. Fortunately, they're harmless. They're just terrifying. Oof. If you guys did catch the last session, and there's something that I knew last session that I appear to have forgot this session, you can just go ahead and tell me, please. What the hell was that? Go away! Stalkers, man. At least I can swim backwards effectively. I'm trying to finish scanning him, I don't think I ever did. Alright, that should be enough bladderfish for now. Found a decent number of them over here. Jacques Cousteau. Yeah, although I don't think Jacques Cousteau was ever murdered by a horrific sea creature. Although I don't know that, well, horrific sea creatures probably exist in this game. Right? We've been attacked by small things. Anthem's gonna be the BioWare take on Destiny, right? Loot shooter. Habitats are meant to be built underwater rather than on the surface, but there's nothing stopping you from being on the surface. Okay. I'm going to explain why I was having trouble getting into work last time. Mobile vehicle bay, but I haven't crafted any of those things yet. Double check what the fabricator requirements are for the ultra high capacity oxygen tank. Died of heart failure. Uh-oh. Setting's really cool too. It's pretty neat sci-fi with the 3D printer. Trying to prepare myself for an excursion. We're gonna go nuts today. We're gonna explore way further out than I'm comfortable exploring. Alright, see you, Retro. Yeah, that sounds right. High capacity... I need an ultra high capacity, don't I? Because I think I already have the high capacity. That's alright, we'll just go explore and see what stuff we can find. We got the Sea Glide. We need to make new batteries. It's copper ore and acid mushroom. So I should go out and look for copper ore, especially. They're clever with some of the combinations in this game, too. And I can bring a locker with me, too, so if I have to store stuff on the go, I can come back for it. Well, the locker does take up a lot of space. Here's some copper. That's gold. Past me, I was trying to store this stuff better. I wonder how much of that has to do with the authored map, you know? So what I think I'm going to do, I'm going to move towards the signal that I just got, the Aurora rendezvous point. I'll see what I run into on the way. I'll probably do more water exploration. Definitely need to find copper. If I recall from the last session, ore tends to spawn on the edges of, like, reefs, right? It's like a rock that'll show up on the wall of one of these things. This quartz down here, for example. Base is a giant steam pump drill, and you have to regularly dig down to avoid dying to volcanic eruptions. It's interesting. Oh, I hate it when it gets dark in this game. It's like, being underwater is spooky enough for me. Well, that's cool. What's it called? Thought I saw some more, but I was mistaken. What's better than the ocean? The ocean at night. I know, right? Limestone and crow. What was that? No, 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 no. Let's conserve power, shall we? Vulcanites. Alright, I have to stay at the surface a bit longer. Let me really quickly confirm my situation here. Yes, I do have to make an ultra capacity, and I have to make better fins so I can swim faster. Uh-huh. I don't have enough battery for it. Am I carrying any batteries with me? I am carrying a couple batteries. Okay, fuck that. This is going back on. How deep we can get here. Nice. You get lower pressures, I consume more oxygen per tick. Looking for ore. That's ore, right? Copper, hey, awesome. I need to make some off-site bases so I don't have to keep traveling back as much. being comfortable being optimal. The pressure to be optimal is pretty strong for me. I need 30 bladderfish for the final boss. I don't think there's any permanently consumable resources in this game, right? Like, fish will respawn, limestone occasionally respawn, minerals, I should say. It's pretty cool when you first find dry land. Oh, fuck that. Breaker. No, 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 no. I mean, cool that someone's making that experience. Hell no, though. We spent the first couple hours not even knowing that there was dry land at all in the game, so it was fun to finally find this. I think I had more stuff to scan if this was the original island that I found. This is not the best flashlight to use. Do I have a straightforward, just regular flashlight? I do. Right, the way I equip stuff is kind of janky in this game. Hey, Grin. Caps. I might actually set up my my locker out here. I think I'll be coming back to this island. Repeat. Hold on. Let's throw our ore in here. That I'm not going to be using immediately. Roast marshmallows on the moon. Alien tablets. Change power source. Oh, well, that's not good. Turns out my other batteries are all dead. Well, so we'll wait for daytime, I guess. Try to load some stuff at daytime. Go past Marstead. Really looking out for me. Voxel shrub. Oops. Fortunately, the scanner doesn't consume any energy. I think there was stuff at the crash ship here that I still needed to investigate. Hold up. Old base flora with roots to the ground and sprouts turquoise leaf. Sap produces plant is poisonous to insects. Oh, high water content. How do I need to use the knife, I'm guessing? Oh, that's cool. Dude, oh shit. Oh, but I can just eat them straight up, okay. For water and food. Taking a lot of space. So whenever I'm on this island, I should basically be permanently set on food and oxygen. Yeah. Ship seems to serve a really important purpose. Let me also look at Sunbeam's coming for us. Aurora Lifepod 13.
High priority automated message from Aurora Lifepod.
I think this is the one that I should be doing right now. Let's see though.
Lifepod is carrying high priority passenger.
Yoki Kasa. I said Kassa. Why do I have to record this anyway?
Send immediate burial detail.
The Aurora was the name of the big ship that blew up, right? And these are all rendezvous points from multiple people that got off on escape pods. Okay. Yeah, there was like a hab here, and I think when I found it I didn't fully scan everything. Because that's part of how you gain new blueprints, right? You find existing buildings and you scan everything that's in them so that you can 3D print those same things. The scanner won't even pop up if I've already scanned something, I'll say. Yeah, I think it was up on top of the mountain. Buildings, wreckage from the ship. It's too bad it's not a working fabricator. That would be really nice. Oh, I didn't see this. You abandoned PDA.
Integrating new PDA data.
Marooned.
Chief's log, 5 weeks since the crash. The only other survivors are my
Battery.
son, Bart, and Maida, the cut-price mercenary I commissioned for the journey. After days drifting in the lifepod, rain hammering on the roof,
Degasi.
the weather cleared and we washed up here. I had Maida salvage the Degasi wreck, set Bart to finding us a stable source of food. His education is paying off sooner than I'd anticipated. Our only problem is Maida. She says the weather's going to turn. I say she's finding excuses to risk our lives. I imagine she's not gonna weaken her life without a physical altercation, and she's itching for a fight.
Come on.
In every judgment she makes,
You
things
can
go
Skyrim
from
it.
bad to worse.
You can do it.
If she had my experience, she'd have more faith. Humans have spent millennia specializing in how to shackle nature to our will. This planet won't cause us any new problems. My one task now is to keep us alive, as comfortably as possible, until the insurance company arranges rescue. In this part of space, that could be months, or even years.
This game kind of has like a hypercorp
PDA data.
storms.
Son, I said
Modern
wait for the
governments or
storm to
corporation
pass.
controlled.
Your life's more valuable to me than a plant patch.
You stop
Yeah.
being in charge when the
It's
ship
a good
you
way
were
to put it,
captaining
Rob.
sunk.
I'll stop being in charge when you take charge of yourself.
Say, Chief. Chief,
What?
you know how to drain those Growbeds of 40 tons of stormwater? Or how to conjure food from the air?
I know how to prioritize.
I'm just saying, if that's so, what's your boy's life worth to you today? If tomorrow you're gonna be so hungry you start wondering what he tastes like, let him go deal with the plants.
Son, go deal with the plants.
Okay, so now I can make a plant pot and I can grow my own potatoes.
Torgal has disembarked the habitat.
Potatoes.
Interfere with my family again. And when rescue arrives, I will leave you.
Oh, I can get the observatory as
You
well.
understand
That's cool.
me?
This is what I
No
failed to
rescue
do last time I
coming,
was up here.
Not in time. No staying here neither. This rain keeps falling, sooner or later this place will be buried. Only choice we got is whether to get buried with it.
Let's make sure I got everything here. Now, I think the last time I grabbed a potato it went rotten, but can I still plant the seed even if the potato's rotten? Or is that what that seed icon means in the inventory? Like if that thing in the bottom right means I could plant this. Potentially plant one of those awesome trees that's worth a bunch of water. Oh yeah, I know, right, Prop? Can I just build a base that I can be inside the entire time and I keep extending tubes outward so I can see outside without having to interact with anything? Imagine that's right. Build planted. Okay, cool. Maybe I'll make that pot and plant one in my home base. Now, I need to make different crafting tables beyond just the fabricator that's in my escape pod, right? In order to craft everything in the game.
New blueprint acquired.
Oh, that'd be cool. So, nature fruits. Oh, I missed another PA.
This is the first time I've seen sunlight in months. After all that time in the deep, I'd been dreaming of it.
Oof. No, no, no.
Finding it hard to enjoy life.
I had a vision of me falling off the
Father
mountain.
was right. We should never have left this place. We shouldn't have gone so deep. They do not want us down there. Despite my best efforts, ill health is taking hold of me.
Got the
Conditions
bends?
are getting worse.
Oh, great.
Father are now part of the ecosystem of this incredible planet. It's reassuring to know that when I go, I'll join them. Until then, well, there's always
There's no
the
falling
view.
damage into water, right? Nope. One of these days I'm gonna play a game where you just belly flop and die. Okie doke. Good lord. I'm gonna head back to my base. I did all the scanning that I needed to do in this island. And then I'm going to try to make an ultra-high capacity oxygen tank and an upgraded fin. So I need to double check if that requires new crafting tables, which it might. Yeah, like I think I have to have like there's a vehicle crafting table that I'm pretty sure I already made, right? Horrors of the deep. I'm having visions. No.
Passing 100 meters. Oxygen efficiency decreased.
That's where I need to improve things. Rebreather doesn't help with that, does it? No, I need to get something different. I don't really need the radiation thing when I'm not near active radiation. Can there not be that sound? Please? Please? Yeah, I only have the one battery. It's okay, I'm gonna try to farm up some copper when I get back. Stop that, game. I think I was speculating last time. I didn't actually want the real answer, but I was wondering whether the game plays random sounds to fuck with you, or if every sound is actually connected to an entity. But I don't know what's worse. I think it actually being connected to an entity is worse. Ruby. Good amount of resources on this rock here. Oh, the rebreather lets me go deeper without it consuming more oxygen per tick. Okay. Got it. Lithium. Special equipment is required. Alright, well, I think I want to set a thingy here. Marker. I forget, can I not place custom ones? Might not be able to think that. It's interesting, you can still move around, but it just does nothing. Lead. Inventory full, son of a bitch. Alright, don't need this stuff. Don't get turned around. Keep going here. Figure out what the tool is. I'm gonna take a sec when I get back to my base to just review everything I can craft. Turn around. Every now and then I fall apart. Just can't help. Butterfish, no, it's fine. Farting manatees. Stay away from them. Oh, inventory. Sorry. Sup, base? I haven't gotten any new, like, radio messages in a while. Resources, basic materials, battery. Battery. Should store my dead batteries. Actually, don't know if they serve any purpose. Bet I can recharge them later. Makes sense if they let you keep it. Okie doke. How about nature fruit, Chinese potato? What do I need to craft that new fancy thingamajig? Got a beacon. Oh, that's how we make our customized beacons. Okay. Actually, make tools, scanner, repair tool, flashlight, survival knife, pathfinder. Right. Air bladder, Fulton. Flares, habitat builders, which we've already done. We have one. Laser cutter. Ingredients unknown. Floating air pump. So the floating air pump is how you build an underwater base, right? You pump air from the surface. Thanks, Robin. Appreciate your concern for me. Old class. Stalker tooth. That's cool. Right, so I'm pretty sure I had another crafting table that I had made. Let's see. Oh wow, it is dark out. How close we are to that thing. Seamoth, still don't have the ingredients for. Thank you, Leah.
This is Lifepod 2, coordinates attached. We're way past our safe depth and bleeding O2. We'll have to swim for the surface, but it's 500 meters straight up. We'll make
Right
to the
on.
rendezvous and keep
Let's
you posted.
scope that out.
Out.
Signal location uploaded to PDA.
Thing always gives me new medkits, I think. It's gonna get you. Alright, let's scope that out. We got some extra batteries. It's only pitch black. 500 meters down. It's no big deal, right? What the fuck was that? Okay, it's just a stalker. It's alright. It's fine. Go away. Go away. Go away. Go away. Go away. Everything's fine. No, I'll probably try to figure it out in a while. Thanks, though. I leave myself a decent amount of inventory space? Ish. They're gonna get me. That snapping sound was. Creepy ambient music. Let me eat some food here, drink some water. Probably should have gotten more water before I did this. So I have the blueprints for making like the pot, for example. Are those all craftable with the new tool that I made, the habitat tool? I guess the habitat tool is most of the stuff that the fabricator can handle, right? I actually don't know if I have the capacity to get that far down without dying. Let's scope this up. Maybe I have to. That's not a good sound. I don't like that sound. Those are my whale buddies. They're just friends. That is not a whale buddy. That is a shark that's trying to eat me. Robin, I hate you. True. You're a good sister, but sometimes you cause horrible things to happen to me, and now I can't find my thing. It's dry land. There it is. Doo-doo. I should make one of those air bladders so I can get back to the surface quickly if I need to. Consider being less tasty for alien sharks. It seems like a good idea. Find your ideas intriguing. I'd like to subscribe to your newsletter. Just watch. So my max O2 is like 130. So if I get down to 65, and I need to turn around. Whoa, those things are huge. Oh man, this is gonna be a close call. I don't know. Don't want to know what that is. Cover yourself in barbecue sauce. There's 3 oxygen per tick down here. I gotta get down here, grab whatever's in there, and surface like instantly. Cyclops depth module.
Blueprint acquired.
That's all that I can do. I don't think I can get into this thing. Alright, we're getting the hell out of here. Surface. I need to get one of those balloons. Oh, oxygen tanks is just what you were carrying with you. It's an interesting way to do it.
Oxygen.
Oh my god. Blacking out on the way up. Wow. Yeah. The whole it's hard to tell how far away the surface is part of what terrifies me about being underwater.
We've got this, Marstead.
Where?
How? Where?
Just a little close.
First
Just
try.
a little bit. Big empty open ocean. Ugh. Friendly whale sound, maybe? Gold. Special equipment is required. Talking about the scanner. I can get lucky bits of gold from random limestone outcrops. Can't get a focused amount of a resource. I am titanium. Salt deposits. Okay, so I'll get some sort of tool later on that will let me get the big nodes and potentially get a lot more of these resources. Which makes sense because it seems like you need a lot of them. Just resources in general. Salt rate.
30 seconds.
Thanks for the heads up. I know, right? That was the closest I've come to drowning. I haven't seen it start to black out before. That's pretty cool. So it looks like you get a few seconds after 0 to try to surface. Gotta get more water, I think. Don't you dare. Those sharks that keep attacking me, they like actually hide under the sand. So if I'm too close to the sand, they can pop up and try to eat me. It's pretty scurry. Yeah, they're just there to prolong the fuck. Exactly. Exactly. Always rely on these peepers and bladderfish if you get in a hole with food and water. You should see what that depth thing I picked up was. I just haven't had a chance to look at anything since that happened. Come on, come here. Come on. Does it say inventory full? Okey doke.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Thanks. Alright, now I can make an observatory, which I probably want to be underwater. There's enameled glass. Power transmitter, solar panels, base attached air pumps, ladders, bulkhead, bioreactor, alien containment, composite plant pot. Cool, so I can set something up with blueprints before I actually have the resources to use it, right? Theoretically, I can grow some stuff here. Give myself some inventory space first. Let's put away our minerals. Rotten potato. Wait, did I just eat the potato? Pretty sure I just ate the potato. Son of a bitch. I had to press a different button. Oops. Well, now I know. I do want to try to grow some of the stuff that I was finding back out there. Some more. It's a Gary fish. My dad's name is Gary. Always keeps accidentally eating things. Alright. Pretty good on water. Probably want to have some to carry around with me, so maybe go find some more bladderfish. Let me see what other tools I have in here. So we got plant pot, grow bed, aquarium, maybe make more lockers, medical kit fabricator, radios. Some of these would be nice to build just so I don't ever have to use my Lifepod anymore. So we already made the fabricator. Make a radio is titanium and copper ore. Medical kit's kind of expensive. Make a swivel chair. Turns 360 degrees. Sign would be for outside. Oh. A lot of these are to look cool. I'm mostly looking for function. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and ask this question to chat. It's probably something I started to figure out last session but lost track of. I need to make a higher capacity oxygen tank. Can I do that? Do I have to find blueprints first? What should my next steps be based on the tools that I currently have? So, let's go ahead and make one of those things. Actually, I want this. Maximum laziness.
Playing partially translated broadcast.
Destroyed. Mode. Patrol. New
That's
targets unaccounted for. 1.
alright. That's horrifying. It's these blueprints? Okay. So these are things that I've found so far, right? High capacity, that's the only one I have, right? This pipe. Yeah, I don't think I have more information yet. Laser cutter and propulsion cannon. This means I have to scan more of these to know what I need to make them, right? Modification station. Ultra high capacity tanks for lithium, ultra glide fins. Here we go. Cyclops death module. Depth. Steel ingot, nickel ore. Ruby. Okay, that's cool. That was the stuff I just found. So, let's take our steps here. Modification station. I don't think I've made a modification station, have I? No. So I should figure out how to make one of those. That's probably going to involve finding one elsewhere and scanning it. Yeah, alright. So I should explore more and try to scan stuff. I guess the radio is a fallback way to get things to go investigate. Every now and then it's going to boop with something to do. Alright, let's just go free explore. I might try to grab some bladderfish real quick, so I can have some water bottles for my exploration trip. Right, patient. Hello. The thing that I'm really afraid of, so I don't know if there's a word for this phobia, but I'm also afraid of very, very, very large things. Sea life. Oh, I already have the sea life, so scanning it again is not going to do me any favors. Just double checking. It'll give me resources. Megaphobia, there you go. So like whales, independent of being underwater, freak me out. There's a subreddit called like Imaginary Leviathans or something like that. It's a really good job of freaking me out. Oh yeah, those guys. Boom. Ouch. Alright, whatever, let's just go.
30 seconds.
Reasonable fear. Not existential. Just the scale of it. Like, if I could be close enough to Jupiter or like the sun to really appreciate the size of Jupiter or the sun, it would scare the shit out of me. What's this? Seamoth. Oh, shit. I'll attack. Maybe this is like poisonous something or other. I do want to make a Seamoth, so if I can find more pieces of it, that'd be cool. Fortunately, it stands out really well. Alright.
New blueprint acquired.
Maybe I'll pop back and see what that requires right away. I guess I can go to the surface and check, right? Like, these things freak me out. I know that they're friendly. I used to play Echo the Dolphin for the Genesis, and there was a level where you met Big Blue, who's just the blue whale. He's a friendly NPC. He's just there to help you. Scared the shit out of me as a kid. He took up the whole screen. Silver ore on the guy's back? That's cool. Mining whales. See here. Yeah, I know. Seamoth. Seamoth. It's probably a vehicle. Seamoth. Titanium ingot, power cell, glass, lubricant, and lead. I think I can make all of those things happen. So I think I want to make that a thing. That'll be my first vehicle for exploration. Human beings, we didn't really evolve to be able to comprehend most scales. We can go about 4 or 5 orders of magnitude up or down, but you go beyond that and it's all the same thing. There's like a website, I'm sure someone can find it and post a link, but it's like a, you scroll the scroll wheel and it shows you how far things are just in the solar system, where 1 pixel is 1,000 kilometers or something. And you can just sit there, I've got one of those frictionless scroll wheels, and just zoom it. Yeah. We're close enough to the sun right now to appreciate how big it is, if you're able to appreciate how far away it is, if that makes sense. You realize just how far the sun actually is from us, and how huge it is in the sky. It's kind of terrifying. Phobia might not be the best word for it either. Like, I'm afraid of the ocean, but it also inspires this profound sense of awe, where like I will go out of my way to seek thalassophobic stimuli. Whereas like people that are, you know, traditional arachnophobes probably want to avoid anything that looks like a spider. Let's see. Seamoth. Let's look at the titanium ingot. Let's start with that. I have a vehicle. Taming it. Doke. Power cell. I think I know how to make a power cell. I'm pretty sure that's different from a battery, right? I think I've made that before. Last year. Titanium. Yeah. Interesting. Power cell is 2 batteries and a silicone rubber. Oak. Model the Earth and Moon in scale, size and distance on the wall of Kion's room. That's really cool. And then I need other things. 2 glass. I have 1 glass. I think that's is that quartz we make it out of, I want to say. Yeah, 2 quartz. I already have 1, so I just need to make 1 more. Oh shit, I gotta go find some quartz, didn't I? Oh wait, no, that's silverware. Alright, it's not far from here though, let's go. So let me see if there's anything else I need to be looking for. I forget, does this game autosave every so often? Lubricant and lead. I think I've got lead. Lubricant I thought came from a fish. Quartz is like along the seafloor, not too far from my base, so I may have already harvested most of it down here. Salt. I always use more salt. Every time you enter the Lifepod or the base. Okay. Those flares last a long time. Our chat can answer this question. Do the flares last forever? Oh hey, I got a new radio. I'll look for it soon. Can I use them like torches in Minecraft to keep track of where I have and haven't been? If that's the case, I might try to build a bunch of them. Oops. Salt. They don't despawn. Okay. They don't despawn and they don't run out of juice. Alright, I should try to make a bunch of those later on. I had trouble finding salt at the beginning of the game. It's been going in the right direction. Right. Need to make more batteries. Find more copper. Didn't I have to destroy these things to get something special? Some resource.
30 seconds.
I think I have to kill them before they blow up, though, right? Here's some quotes. Surface, so we don't drown. Let's not be in a cave when we need to surface.
Oxygen.
Little shield bugs have their wings to protect them. Huh. That's interesting. The is it trypophobia? You have a fear of tiny little holes in things? It's like it makes people's skin crawl. I think that's what it's called. Okay. Let's review. Got the quartz to make glass, so let's go ahead and do that first. Glass. The beans. Those bugs freak me out. My biggest real phobia, like I actively don't want to be near it, is like rodents, rats, and mice. Having them in the house, just the concept of that happening freaks me out. I don't want that at all. I guess I wouldn't mind seeing like a fancy rat that somebody kept as a pet. That wouldn't be bad, but... lubricant is creepvine seed cluster, which I think I have, maybe? I just have some lubricant. So I think I have my tools here. Power cell, glass, lead. Sweet. Oh, let's see what the radio's got.
Aurora, we're approaching the planet now. We have a landing site for you that's... well, it's better than the alternatives.
Huh.
We've sent you the coordinates. It'll take us a couple of days to align our orbit. Should be able to establish direct contact with you during that time. Then we're coming in to get you. Cross your
Sounds
fingers,
nice.
the weather holds. Don't leave us waiting. Sunbeam out.
So I want to get to those coordinates when the clock reaches 0, it sounds like.
The Seamoth is a fast, safe mode of transport, but remember that swimming is good for your glutes and endorphin levels.
That's cool, I'm building it outside. Whoa, this is exciting.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Do have to manage my energy though. Oops. And it looks like this thing can take damage. Let me save. How do I recharge this? Do I need power cells? Can I still scan from this thing? I thought it gave me coordinates to go rendezvous with these guys picking me up. The Sunbeam. Did I not get that for some reason? But my glutes! Not my glutes. So I want to bring some stuff in here. Replace the power cell. Okay. So before I go nuts exploring with that, I'm excited to go do that. Feel slightly safer inside a vehicle. Watch how I noticed that the thing does have a health meter, so probably shouldn't be that excited about it. I'm gonna go try to catch some bladderfish and make a bunch of batteries and maybe a backup power cell. Although I could probably go to the island. But the only problem is that stuff doesn't last for... Beetles freak you out. Oh wait, there's the thing. Sunbeam landing site. I really like that once you have all those resources, it reduces it. Grav trap. Wow, I really didn't explore my immediate area very well. Grav trap.
New blueprint acquired.
Artificial gravity to attract light objects and small creatures. That's cool. Get a bunch of acid mushrooms for making batteries. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, so we need copper. So I can make more batteries and power cells. probably set on mushrooms for now. I think I used up the bit of copper I had at home, so I would use that to fix the sea glide so I can get around better. Shit. Copper, copper. Who's got the copper? There's some copies. Back we go. Should let me make one battery, which will let me use the Sea Glide that lets me find more batteries. Whoa, 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 whoa. I went from full to just suddenly dead. Died and lost some belongings. Now, did the belongings I lost, are those permanently gone, or did they drop at the point where I died? That's the first time I died. She called it. I honestly don't know what ate me there. We were just swimming around and suddenly deadzo. Yeah. Just a little bit. Lose whatever loot you gained since the last time you're in base. Okay. That's not so bad. So it's sort of like loading a checkpoint. Oh, the farting manatees got too close to me? Alright, I need to go get another copper then. Looks like it kept my scans. Yeah. So that's nice. Oh, these fish. I see. Because I could have been eaten by one of these guys too. Cave sulfur. Right, I was struggling to find that for a while.
Oxygen.
Thanks, game. Peter doesn't always give me a 30-second heads up. Just screaming because I was afraid of the shark. You got a yawn. Whoa. Looks like it could have been one of those guys, too. I lost all the bladder fish I picked up as well. There's a copper. Okay. Back to the boat. Very Flintstones. Yeah. It's a good way to put it. Oh, this prehistoric creature was used as a toaster. Here's this fish. It's basically a water bubble. I need to make a battery. I'm going to put that in the Sea Glide to go find more copper to make more batteries. Oops, actually I want to put anything that's not My 0% charge stuff in here.
Vital signs stabilizing.
Pick up my extra first aid kit from the other thing. Definitely need to get more water bottles before I go on an excursion. I'm pretty low right. I have trouble finding the bladderfish sometimes, though. Thank you. There's one. Come on. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the Seamoth and I'm going to explore around where the Sunbeam is going to arrive. Because I could build a forward base there as well. Start building bases everywhere. That'd be a bad idea. Guessing you can answer this. I should be able to upgrade the Seamoth with like tools, things to attack and harvest resources. I just don't have those by default and probably need to find blueprints for them. The more bases I build, the less time I need to spend traveling in the ocean. You understand, probably. Bladderfish, bladderfish. Does whatever a bladderfish does. Come on. School them down here. Yeah, that's what I'm telling you. Just keep building new pipes. Play it really slow. I think my main thing is being exposed. Like, I don't think I'd be so scared if I were in a submarine. Although it'd still be pretty scary. Is it possible to scan from inside the Seamoth? I didn't notice that it let me. Alright. Let's make enough of this so that we're topped off. Then we'll take the Seamoth out. Still want to make more batteries for it. I guess I don't have to do that right now. I just won't venture beyond 50% battery charge. Can't scan from inside. Should be good in food and drink for a while. I already had several cooked beepers, right? And I've got the nutrient block as a backup if I get really hungry and I can't find anything. Alright, it's Seamoth time. Let's do it. This is exciting. I feel a lot safer in this thing. If I were playing this game sooner, I would have built this sooner. Alright, energy usage is reasonable. Comparable to the Sea Glide, it looks like. Not having to worry about oxygen is a pretty big deal. Temperatures are in Celsius, I'll have to remember. 30's hot, 20 is nice, 10 wear a jacket, 0 is ice. So 25 is comfortable, maybe a little hot. I guess I could go up or down if I get to icy part of the map or down by like a volcanic event or something. .25 is room temperature? Okay. This is another island. Shit.
Detecting massive energy signature in the region. Cannot identify.
I've explored this before. That's exciting. Access upgrades. Oh. Interesting. Upgrade modules. Ah, I see. So I have stuff for the Cyclops, which I haven't made yet. I understand. Doesn't stack. Should probably turn the light off on this thing, right? If I find land and bubble trees, I can always refill. That's cool. What the fuck is that thing? Are we not alone on this planet? Oh yeah, these little spider jerks. Headquarters. Lights are not part of energy drain? Maybe they're just like torches. The dropped frames are happening for me in the game. I found one of these before. Purple tablet. Carbon-based device is lighter than it looks and features a symbol which resembles a U lit up in purple. That the onboard power functioning algae growth in the exterior indicates it was abandoned hundreds or thousands of years ago. Fabricate a precise physical copy of the device. Alien data. That's cool. A water world. Wow. This area is making my PC struggle a bit, which is weird because it's not competing with anything else. There's nothing on the gaming PC but Steam and video games. I like how this is just here. Like, there's no cutscene or character doesn't speak up and be like, oh my god, what's up with the giant alien temple? It's getting dark, shit. I thought I took it. Was I supposed to? I guess not, thanks. No, I just scanned it. Yeah. I generally agree. I think I don't like fanfare in video games. It's unnecessary. Like, you have to do it in a movie because there is no player agency components. Yeah, thanks. I'm trying to think if there's a scene in a video game that was enhanced by the decision to take control away from the player and like do like an orchestral sting or something. Guess approaching these is what turns them on. Interesting. Oh, shit. Scan that guy. He's got green crap on him. Bioluminescent algae as a diversion. I like too that they have the human ship, just so you're not confused as to whether the big giant green temple thing is of alien origin or not. Maybe the humans built that. Nope. Oh. Hate melee combat in first person. Okay. Oh, there's lithium here. Lots of it, too. Bring some of that back with me. I think I needed lithium to craft some exciting new stuff. And gold. Awesome. It's a nice way to make sure that you have these resources at this stage of the game.
Remember that materials you gather are the property of the Alterra Corporation. You will be liable to reimburse the full market price. Your current bill stands at 3 million credits.
Bite me. All the way bite me. Insert ion cube. I do not have an ion cube. I don't think I've found micro-lithium deposits before getting to this island, so that's kind of cool. I found large ore, but I can't harvest that yet. But you were dead. You were not dead. That was scary. Probably don't want to drop down that again. Let's see. Can get these elsewhere. Diamonds. Dang. Maybe that was the first diamond I found, is when she popped up and said, "You owe us money." Definitely should have brought a locker with me here. Roll down. I'll get out of here. I can explore this place later. I want flares for in here later too. This is the resource mine that you get to, because I'm sure the Sunbeam, something bad's gonna happen with that. Yeah, I don't have any beacons though, and I don't think this place counts as a beacon, so I'm worried that I'm not gonna be able to find it again. I should probably start carrying a beacon on me for that purpose. I could see about maybe crafting a base outside. Finding my way back here shouldn't be an issue. Okay. I think I can maybe make one trip either way. That looks like death. Fear of spelunking, too. Getting lost in a cave. Although an underwater cave sounds even worse. It's cool. It's like a manta ray bird. I'm going to see what I can make over here at the edge. Underwater cave labyrinth chased by a minotaur shark with a finite oxygen tank. Oh, the Seamoth has a cargo hold? That's cool. Good to know. Where is my Seamoth? There it is. Fell back in the water a little bit, I guess. Did it fall into the map? This is definitely where I landed. Is it inside this? No! Can I only have one? I don't think I can get back to it. Oh, it took so long to craft, too. Oh man, I really don't want to make another one. That sucks.
That's a bummer.
Let me Google really quick to see if anyone can figure it out. Seamoth lift 2. Park the Seamoth on land and clip to the ground. Oh, someone has a screenshot of exactly where I am. Okay, apparently there's a console command I can do to try to get it back. Use it as a beacon. Oh, there you go, man, right. Yeah, I wouldn't mind using it, since it broke for something that wasn't my fault. I can figure out what it is. So, F3. F8. Guess I'll go ahead and send one. I didn't say what it was, so well, maybe they'll figure it out. Tell the dev team to contact you about your report. That's cool. Troubleshooting guide. Uncheck the box in the F3 menu for disable console. After that, you can open the console with tilde. Apparently I can use a dig command to try to dig it out. Wow, that actually worked. That's cool. Hopefully it doesn't... I guess it could destroy the thing, too. Only going to use this to get my thing back, though. Yeah. I do not want to use it more than to just get my thing back. Okay.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Go turn the command back off here. I may not park this near land ever again to keep that from happening. Shoot. Controllers. Lost connection. No, I have no intention of ever using that. Oh, really? It used to be a vanilla function? That's interesting. Disable console. Okay, cool. Not messing with that again. So the power cell I can swap out on the back. How do I access the storage that it's in it? Is it on the outside somewhere? It's interesting that they got rid of it. Seems correct. On the sides. It's not the upgrades, right? That's different. Top, maybe? Oh, it has to have a storage module to do that? I see. Gotcha. Alright, well, let's see. I might be able to make it. I definitely want to be here for when the guys arrive. Let me see what, if I can maybe craft something that'll let me do what I need to do here. Yeah, no problem. We need to go find a bunch of titanium quartz. See if there's anything if I go straight down. Now, do things like lockers have to be built inside of a base? Or can you place them anywhere? It's cool. It stays on. Propulsion cannon frag. Awesome. 50%. So I need one more. I like the idea of just taking the Seamoth out.
Depth reached. Hull damage imminent.
200 meters. Okay, I guess that's what the yellow 200 means at the top. Gotcha. I could go down to 200. There's some gold ore, but I can't mine it yet. Probably gonna be a module later on. Some more ore. really big thing there? Oh, wow. That only freaks me out a little bit. Little dragon dolphin things. How do I repair the hull on this thing? I just use titanium or something on it? Do I probably need... Oh no, it's the repair tool, which I haven't used yet. Yeah. Now I know what it's for. Craft one of those. So because of the performance issues is because then it had to load in the state of the map. All the tiny changes you could have made to everything. Yeah. Whereas since it's a fixed map, they normally don't have to load anything like that except maybe the additions you've made. Didn't have to worry about subtractions. Oh, I do have a repair tool. Just uses... I forgot I must have crafted this before I could use it on anything. That just uses power and time, I guess. Cool. Four minutes. Okay. Okay, I think I might, well, maybe I'll explore a little bit more with the Seamoth while I'm waiting. Nothing else going on right now, just can't get down below 200. So that must be the Cyclops depth increase module. So maybe I can work on that next. Let me review really quick what I needed for that. Probably need each step of depth upgrade to get to the things for the next step. Oh, but I need a modification station to do any of this. I haven't found the thing for that yet. Not a fan. Is this thing just floating on its own? Jesus Christ, the hell is that? Okay, it's just one of those guys. It's fine. It's fine.
Warning, maximum depth reached. Hull damage imminent.
Let's scan this.
Erosion patterns on the land masses suspended here suggest they once floated on the surface.
Oh, that's cool. Alright, we're coming up on Sunbeam time. Let's just go with that. But... let's not do that. Fortunately, it's cheap to repair so long as I have it. Yeah, I totally agree. The fuck? I hope that's not a cannon that's about to shoot. It's totally a cannon. Oh no. No, the Sunbeam's coming to save me. Oh wow. That's awesome.
Survivor, we see you. Man, I don't know how you held out down there. We broke an atmosphere, and we're descending towards the landing site.
Is that a building down there? What do you mean you can't identify it?
Oh no.
Hold on. No turning back now. Positions, everyone. Touching down in 10, 9, 8.
It's coming from the building? Change course. Set thrusters to full.
Oh shit. Picked a really bad landing site. Well, thanks Sunbeam for trying to save me. That's cool. I mean, that blows, but that's cool. I can go scope the debris from that. It might be dead.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
They're only mostly dead. Mostly dead, slightly alive. I don't know if there was actual debris created by that. Actually, since it's going to be hard for me to find it if there is, did that create real debris that I can find? Yeah. I'm going to come back to life. It'll be fine. There's no debris. Okay, thank you. Well, let me find some way to mark. And I don't have any beacons. Definitely need to mark this island so I can find it again. I tried going up to the alien cannon thing. It didn't let me do anything. So I assume I can't do anything there just yet. Never built the compass, did I? I was like, why do I need the compass? I have other things that let me keep track. This is why it would be nice to have a compass. Oh, I can still do something there? Just sharing what my assumptions were. Once I get close to this thing, I start getting performance degradation. It's interesting. I knew something bad was going to happen. Or just gonna come rescue me 5 hours into the game, 6 hours into the game. I didn't think I could safely walk along these ledges, so I didn't check the back of it. Can't climb up that. Oh, maybe there's something down by the water. Insert my purple tablet. Okay. Cool. It teaches me how to interact with ruins in the future. Not suspicious at all.
This structure is composed of a metal alloy with
completely camouflaged, right, Blackout?
No match is found in database. Performing structural analysis.
It's all made out of the green electric metal from Breath of the Wild. Oh, I think I get it. Maybe not. I thought maybe I was going to keep coming back here with new tablets from elsewhere. Alien data terminals. Whoa, character's frozen. There we go. Alien data terminal. Not possible to translate any useful information. Scans return information on the device itself. It's a solid-state computer. There's no way to interface with it. Approach being producing a low-frequency radio wave can be complex but recognizable data patterns. Evolved or genetically selected sensory apparatus to hear and understand the information being broadcast out of the device and communicate back. Telepathy. I went up to the front of it and couldn't get anything. It's got to be nighttime and I couldn't see anything. Oh, I know how to take the ion cube. That's exciting.
Analysis of the patterns on the walls cannot ascertain whether their purpose is aesthetic or functional. Further data required.
Actually consuming inventory space it is.
Unknown language. Attempting translation.
And enforcement platform schematic. Let's go. This isn't really made for using a controller. Multi-dimensional schematic. Mapping the pattern in three-dimensional space, it's possible to gather a basic understanding of the facility's internal workings. Non-reactive metal amalgam synthesized from off-world materials. Separate self-sustaining power plant elsewhere on the planet. Harnessing thermal energy. Didn't mean to step into the cool elevator shaft, but okay. Glad I didn't fall to my death. Something I said force field control. I put the cube on there, maybe? No, I can't. Deep pool. Oh, is this the reactor? No, it said the reactor was off-world. It's another way to get in here. I see, and there's more stuff not far from here. Cool. Should go place that ion cube when I get a second. Yeah, like, there's a cool event to see with the rescuers getting shot out of the sky, but it also opens up a lot of new things for you to do when you get here. I definitely want that. Give me that. You should scan it. Alien Arch. Ceremonial or religious, industrial applications, advanced transportation. Oh. I'm gonna go with advanced transportation. Teleporter. I could have scanned the gun. Does that make sense? Strong resemblance to human weaponry and form. The device must have been designed with the humanoid user in mind. Whether the aliens built the structure with themselves humanoid or otherwise employed the use of humanoids is unclear. Cool. Yeah, I think I just now noticed that little pop-up in the big arch room. Green mineral substance, no entry on the periodic table. Of course, unobtainium. From a larger deposit. Equivalent ionic energy of 5 kilotons of TNT. This setting's really cool. I like how they got the lonely feeling in it. There is a jump button. Alright. So I could just scan that, right? Or a purple tablet's a purple tablet. It's got the same symbol on it, right? Okay, thanks. Doomsday device. Destroy the entire planet along with most of the solar system. Fortunately, it has malfunctioned. That's silly. Probably could have put a tablet on the other force field control thing, but I didn't have one on me because I used one to get in here.
Scans indicate the facility's control room lies beyond this doorway.
Unknown technology, alien in nature, you think? Functions like a regular lock. I have storage anxiety right now. I really want to go deposit all the lithium and stuff that I found. Energy core. 100 megaton nuclear detonation to be channeled to the facility and directed at vessels overhead or bent around the planet's gravitational core to strike targets. Targets any ship within range. It's cool. You are not. Ooh, holy shit.
The control panel is broadcasting a message. Translation reads, "Warning, infected individuals may not disable the weapon. This planet is under quarantine.
That's cool. Infected individuals. I did.
Translating background broadcast. Downloading summary to databank.
Intercepted background data regarding further alien facilities elsewhere on the planet. Disease research. Cave system with extensive fossil record, 800 meters, southwest of enforcement platform. We must be on the enforcement plat. Live specimen study. Okay, so this is the main quest line. I like that. Thermal power, 1200. Intense volcanic activity. Data corrupted. Big fan of alien data log storytelling. This is... most of my D&D campaign has been using this sort of method of discovery. So despite the scary underwater stuff, the log part's really cool. I think it was like a testing to see if I had the bad thing in my my blood. Alright, let's get out of here and we will try to use the ion cube in that cave. And then we've got lots of things to do, which is exciting. All sorts of things to scope out. A lot of stuff we still need to craft, blueprints to discover, blueprints to finish discovering. Maybe this place just has a lot of unusual lighting for the game, and that's why my frame rate stutters in here. Yeah, right, my one D&D stream. Yeah, I did another one, Jahan. Nobody watched it. Data from the terminals. I really want to get the tool that will let me mine ore. I feel like my bottleneck right now is not having enough copper to build enough batteries to do all the things I want. Comfort. Learn some important shit. Gotta get some food and water, so I'll do that fast. These trees are great for that. We dump some stuff to pick back up. I thought it had more of a horror feel. I didn't realize it had so much sci-fi to it. It's very cool. Oh, I can actually finish destroying one of those trees. That's good to know. Yeah, it was a rebroadcast. Dang, am I fortunate to have you, Johan. Spider assholes. I think I actually got into the cave earlier from a different path. I like that there's a you can scan this bubble, so I don't feel like I have to have the scanner out all the time. Will that bubble show up even if I'm in the Seamoth, or only if I'm out of it? This way, maybe? I think so. So still get into the caves. Only out of the Seamoth. There's more lithium. Here's the thing I was looking for. Warp zone! Cool. Very cool. Oh, this is the dry land area I was on earlier? No shit. That's really neat. I guess I could have found this potentially if I explored that island better. That's exciting. Could have just stumbled in that room and been like, what's this? Whoa, I know where this is. That's cool. Very nice. Should figure out how to get in this cave, though. Alright, well, I guess I can always get back to that island from here. Need to find, like, a... I guess it's the side that's facing the ship. There's a cave up here with a bunch of these trees. Using this place a lot. I love that if I had explored this island more closely, I could have just stumbled on this. They probably want you to do that. Okay. Sweet. Yeah, well still, then it would have been cool to find the other side of the portal here. I guess it was still cool for me, because I knew where it took me right away. But that would have been your potentially first discovery of alien technology, and I have no idea what it is. Wow, what had you been watching, Johan? Yeah, I like how this game lets you find stuff on your own if you just explore, but it also has a built-in way to make sure that you get to the good stuff after a certain amount of time played. Alright, we're gonna go deposit stuff. I'm gonna see about... I have to find the module to be able to put storage in my thingy.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Thanks. Have you watched much on Twitch since then, Propagable? Yeah, Propagable came from YouTube. It's not uncommon. I'm glad I still upload stuff to that. You never know when it's going to happen. Someone will be like, yeah, I watched your Valkyria Chronicles VOD 3 years ago. What's up? Like, hey. Cool. Super exciting, though. We've got a lot of new avenues of exploration. We've got a clear place that we can scope out. We can always get back to the alien ship island through the warp point at the other island. It's comparable to the Sea Glide, isn't it? No, new radio. Hey, thanks for the followers. If you're new to the stream, hey, I'm Marstead. I'm trying to beat every awesome game ever made. I believe that there's so many awesome games out there, it's impossible for one person to play them all, let alone beat them. But that means that we'll never run out. You can see a list of all the games we've played so far on stream if you go to games.marstead.com, and you can even vote for the next awesome game. Playing this game because it won the vote definitely counts as awesome so far. If you're just hanging out or lurking, that's totally cool.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Alright, thank God. Out of all this shit finally. Anxiety. Storage anxiety gets me pretty bad in games like this. Alright, I think I want to make another locker for rarer materials, so that's different gun. Quartz and 2 titanium. No problem. Can do that standing on my head. Yeah, I forgot about the sample analyzer. Drop that because I can't use it for anything. I thought I could drop it. Oh, I guess it's just decoration. That's why they say it's not much. Yeah, I do. I can listen to it real quick.
Playing partially translated broadcast.
9 new biological subjects designated.
Should keep one of these on me. It only takes up 1 slot.
Analyzing, sharing subject locations with other agents.
Okay, so let's think about things here. First, let's look at this guy. Don't think there's anything I can craft from here that I need. Vending machine, I have to put stuff in for it to do anything, right? Assume it doesn't do anything on its own. This is safe now. Yeah. They were wrong. Dead. Alright, this is where I can make a new purple tag, but it requires an ion cube and 2 diamonds. Yikes. So maybe don't fuck that up. Don't quite have the laser cutter, the propulsion cannon. I think I want to make a... Well, I don't know if I'm going to be using a vehicle, I don't need the air bladders, but I do want to have a beacon, though. Maybe the compass, copper wire wiring kit. Slow priority. Beacons, copper, titanium, so should be able to do that. Make one of those and put it on the alien island. Although I could always get there from the other island. I might just want to carry a beacon on me, depending on how much inventory space it takes up. Let me get a copper ore. Oops. Oh, that's gold. Oops. Put that in the other thing. Looks similar. Let's make a lot of things, huh? Got it. Okay, how do I feel about exploring more? Yeah, I think I'm gonna hit the big island. I'm gonna explore below there, so that gives me some room. I feel like I should build a base there, though. I wanted to do that. So, reminder for base building. Oh shit. 40 manatees. Minimum stuff that I need to have a foundation. And I guess struts build automatically, right? Mostly just need titanium, which I could potentially get while I'm out there. Don't need a foundation. What's the fundamental unit? Multi-purpose room? So I could also do the... any unit at all. Okay. I'd like to have a base on that island since it has a teleporter. I don't have to worry about having this one that's out in the middle of the ocean. Just be a hallway. Shit. As long as it has an inside space. Shit. Try to look for salvage or titanium on the way. Basically, I need to have a fabricator out there, building at deeper depths. I see. And then I can just try to set up a base instead of having to keep going back to the middle of the ocean. Flat surface for building on, sure. This place gets deep quickly. I like how these things like salvage. It's cool. They tend to congregate around it. Jerk. They like play with it too, right? I stole your salvage. What you gonna do about it? Probably gonna try to eat me. What he's gonna try to do about it. So you said bases are actually designed to be built underwater? Not on the surface, like my other one? I try to make one in a little pool in the center of the island. Or I could put it near the... I might try to find the side of the island that has a cave. I don't think there's a beach here. Maybe there's. Above the surface is atypical. Sure. Ow, sorry. I'll repair you, don't. I love the skybox in this game too. I can always try to set up in the center pool. I'm just curious if there's a beach around here. That's cool. I don't think there's a traditional beach, I think. Wait, no, there is one.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
The thing in the center is you call it a lagoon? looked like it was green when I first went to place it. So it's got to be touching the sea floor as part of it. Oh, that's interesting. Put it way up in the air. Definitely want to make sure I can find it again. Need more titanium. Oh right, because I got metal salvage, but it doesn't turn into titanium automatically. Shit. Okay, I can remember where that is. See if there's any around this. Now, I don't get a terrain analyzer with this like I do with a Sea Glide. Maybe there's some rocks in the back of this dude. Let's see. Remember, I can't go too deep either. You see the alien base? That was pretty interesting. Hey, thanks for the follow, Thomas. I went inside, found a teleporter, goes back to my main island. Leave me alone, dude. Laser cutter. I do like this system of having to find multiple copies of an item to be able to craft it. That's very cool. Yeah. I was tempted to hit the exclamation point, oh my god. Keenly camouflaged, giant green alien tower. No one's gonna die. I don't know if I explored this already. Can you not? Really prefer it if you would not. Some Seamoth fragments. We already learned how to do that. It also lets them place these blueprints in different places, so you can find them in different orders. Depending on where you explore, you'll eventually find where you're supposed to go or what you're supposed to do. That may have given me enough that I don't have to backtrack all the way. Let's see if there's more interesting fragments here first. Pretty hard. Makes a big difference though, especially against the Guardians. Alright, I think I have enough to finish crafting my thing. I think I only needed 2 more. So I can like extend something from the base so it sticks up over the water so it's easier to notice in the future. Oh, thanks, Thea. Oh, I can just see it. That's interesting. I wonder if that's a bug. Maybe they want it to be as visible as possible. Oh, it's probably because it's not fully constructed. Then it's probably going to follow the game's lighting rules. I already have a beacon for the island. I shouldn't need another one. I think it's just because it's partially constructed. See the insides of other structures at a great distance. Interesting. So, observation deck is OP. But I actually have a way to get in here, don't I? Need to make a hallway for that, I think. Help. Okay. Just need to make a hatch. Quartz and titanium. Alright, I'll just get a ton of titanium and quartz and bring it out here with me. Once I have the base set up and I have a fabricator in it, I don't have to keep making this trek. So maybe I can double check the cost of a fabricator. And a solar panel. Does the solar panel have to stick out above the water, or is a certain depth okay? As long as I can see light shining in, is it alright? I just started thinking about getting another power cell for this thing. That'd be nice. Get that you can only use it with alien technology, though.
Seek fluid intake.
Oh shit, thanks, game.
Vital signs stabilizing.
I was actually planning on reaching the island and just cutting up a bunch of trees. But I got a piece of candy distracted. Let's try to do everything else here. Later, Scarf. Thanks for your help. See you around.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Okie doke. So we need a solar panel is 2 quartz, 2 titanium, 1 copper. We need to go find the copper, I think, unfortunately. Well, let's go ahead and convert this scrap. And get to the copper. And I also need, copper, and I'm going to need, I'm sure I have a total of 3 quartz at least. I need at least 1 more quartz. Then I can start moving stuff over here. It is Thanksgiving in the US, that's correct. Nice, Tin. How is your Thanksgiving treating you? Gotta go find some quartz. Then I'm probably gonna make a couple of runs to transfer everything over here. I think this is faster than the Sea Glide. Oh, right, radiation. Low amount of chaos. Good. Okay. quartz is typically in these little caves. We have already winded all that there.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Nice. Robin was telling me that they found a PS4 Pro with the new Spider-Man game for $200. Sounds like a steal. A lot of good exclusives for PS4. You can get in the Horizon Zero Dawn action. Looking for quartz. Salt, I think. Hellblade is tomorrow. I never checked this out. Okay.
Integrating new PDA data.
I don't know which one that is. PDA data I just picked up. Is it a log, maybe? No. Scan this grab trap. Can't play this in VR. God, talk about getting a heart attack. This is my first playthrough. Thank you. The fuck is that? Oh, it's a thermal vent. Okay. That's cool. I've never found one of those before. No, I've never seen one. Still holding out on VR. I'm waiting for there to be a real killer app. Sounds like Beat Saber is pretty close to it. The game's pretty awesome. Still looking for quartz. I think I check this out. Let's see what this is. More tools to scan, maybe. I've gotten to 180 beats per minute while playing sand sharks. While playing Demon Souls during a boss fight that was particularly stressful. Bioreactor, we're gonna salvage. I did, yeah. Alien Isolation was pretty scary. Horror games don't get my heart rate going up, though, in the most part. Sometimes, a little bit, depending on the sequence. Really, like, hard boss fights in games like Dark Souls get me more. Oh, shit. I really gotta find some quartz here. See if there's anything important in these boxes that I still need. Need a laser cutter. Ow. Like, I will get scared. It just, me being afraid doesn't seem to affect my heart rate for whatever reason. Quartz, quartz, quartz. I need 1 quartz and then we can build our new base. I should probably repair this thing at some point too. Yeah, Dead Space isn't really a scary game, though. It's not fair. Those games are fair for us. That's a quartz right there. Let's drop. Probably get away with dropping one of these. I have to get out of the thing first. just saw somewhere go. There it is. The Dead Space 1's a little spooky. It definitely is. It's aliens versus alien. Alien Isolation is alien. Yeah, Fatal Frame seems pretty scary. I think the horror game that's gotten to me the most is probably Silent Hill. Oh, and Amnesia. But Amnesia kind of just required that I understand how it worked. Understanding how a horror game works is the death of the horror elements. Outlast as well. As soon as I understood how I could abuse the enemy AI in Outlast, it stopped being scary. Hey, thanks for the host, Wizard Pluto. I haven't played Machine for Pigs. Played a little bit of Dark Descent for Halloween a couple of years ago. The VODs on YouTube. I need to finish it still. When I was under the impression that the monster could spawn anywhere in the game, that was when it was at its scariest, that at any moment I could be in severe danger, and there was no way that I could escape it. Yeah. Not just running away. Built a little base over here, I just gotta find it. And I might put my beacon next to it, build new beacons later. Should be able to eat on this island as well after I finish doing this building stuff. Here we go. So I've never played this before. I'd like to know as little as possible about where I am, what I haven't done yet, what risks I have. If you guys would like to discuss those things, you can type !hide before your message, and then I will not be able to see it, but you can still discuss it with each other. I still need a copper ore crap. Well, I can at least build a hatch. I might be able to find it not too far from here.
Warning, emergency power only.
No,
oxygen production offline.
But can I make fabricate? No, I could, but I can't use it yet. That's right. I have to get a table coral sample anyway. Alright, so we gotta go find some copper real quick. It's been my my bottleneck is not having enough copper.
This region is unusually low. Cause unknown.
Let me actually pop on the island real quick and fix my food problem. Do the trees that you destroy regrow eventually? Drop a couple of these here. These are better for water than food. I should keep that in mind, in case there's a finite number of them. Where did my shit go that I just dropped? Let's see it. Okie doke, let's go look for copper. It uses chatty. Like if I were watching chat from my dashboard, I could see everything y'all are saying. It's just a blacklist I have in the chatty application. And I just make sure to only look at chatty for chat info. The spoiler room is a cool idea. The problem is it can cause fractured community a little bit. I still have a spoiler room people can move into if it's getting really intense. For most stuff, just having a throwaway comment like, is he here? Has he found this yet? Didn't get away with using hide for that. So watch that 200 meters here. Looking for copper.
Warning, maximum depth reached.
It really gets pissed right at 200. Alright, let me repair this thing real fast. Copper, copper, copper. So. Oh, it's titanium. So, whale friend. Deepest underwater I've been. I mean, like a little ways out from the front of the beach. Oh, there's something there. Oh, it's bioluminescence. That's cool. Inventory full. It's not the main thing I'm here for. Oh my god, I'm in a cave and I didn't realize it. Let's fix that. Yikes.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
I have to wait for oxygen. I like that I can effectively use that as a place to surface. So I can dive deeper even though it has a maximum of 200. I guess the ice stock takes up more slots. Hey, there's the copper we needed. Now, what do I need for the fabricator? That's still important to be able to do anything here. Fabricator is a lot of things, right? Table coral. I do have gold. I gotta make it back to my original base to get the gold. I forget. I've definitely seen table coral before because I crafted a new fabricator. Is it generally around the bottom? Oh, this is cool. Any cool scans down here, maybe? Some walls. Is it near my base at all? Some coral crafted into it too.
Damage to plant life on the seafloor suggests this may be the migration path of a huge bottom-dwelling.
I don't want to know that. That is the worst thing I've ever heard in my life. No. No, 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 no. Hell no. Data box. Decoy tube.
New blueprint acquired.
No, 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 no. No, 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 no.
No, thanks, I'm good. No, thanks, I'm good. For sure. Well, there might still be cool stuff here, but... Let me refill my O2 before I explore this.
30 seconds.
Good idea, yeah. Everybody knows exploring caves works well. No danger whatsoever. That's cool. If you really want to play a lot of this game, you can find all these little secret blueprints. Docking bay repair module.
Blueprint acquired.
Oh wow, the Cyclops is a totally different thing than what I've been using all this time. Interesting. I saw I had upgrades for the Cyclops, but I assumed that was just what they called modules for the Seamoth. Alright, I gotta go find my table coral. I really want to finish building this second base. Prawn suit. Propulsion. You know, this method of learning shit is really awesome. It's like the game does a very good job of rewarding exploration in many different directions. What the fuck was that teleporting thing? It is teleporting. That's gnarly. Creepy. If you'd like to discuss in exclamation point hide, if everyone else in exclamation point hide agrees that the advice is kosher, then go for it. Just let everyone else know in there what you want to tell me, and I'll let you know whether that seems fair or not. Chasing the second piece. I gotta make a new power cell for this thing soon. Still need all the copper. So I guess I'll check limestone for it. Sorry, fish friend. Lithium? Shale. It isn't. I have that big lithium mine on the island with the alien turret, but I should just get back and deposit stuff so I have room again in my inventory. This game is really good. It defies all of the expectations of an open-world survival crafting game. Sorry, fish.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Thank you. Review what all I still need. come back for some of this. It's this tool. So I'm going to need solar panels. That's 2 titanium. And a fabricator. That's a titanium. I'm going to find a table coral sample. And I should be able to have my own new base. Table coral. Just making sure I don't already have. I do. Good job, past me. Alright, bring some more of that titanium with me, I guess. Probably gonna have to do a couple trips to move all this stuff. Although I could have stuff at different paces, I guess. I definitely need to find copper. Copper is taking me forever. I just gotta find every limestone outcrop. I guess once I get the module, I assume it's a module for this thing to mine ore. But I don't know if I've ever seen any copper mine or copper ore nodes. I've seen lithium and gold. Yeah, there are some games where I feel like streaming it is an advantage. There are some games where streaming it has some downsides, like not being able to pay full attention to it, and people being so excited that they give stuff away. But like a big one for me was La Mulana. I enjoyed a lot more because I was streaming it, because I was able to try to figure it out as much as I could on my own, and if I got super stuck, I was able to ask for some help. But it's not asking an intelligent person for a tip is very different in a lot of cases than just looking up a walkthrough. They can usually give you a little bit of information without totally giving away what you're supposed to do. I think there's a website now, I don't know if it's getting a lot of use, but they make progressive walkthroughs where the game is broken into segments, and you click on the segment, and the very first thing just gives you a very, very broad idea of what to do. And then if you still don't know what it means, you click and it gives you another hint. And then you click that and it gives you another hint, and so on, until it tells you exactly what it wants from you. It's too hard to stream and play NCAA. I know, right? Just having the divided attention can be challenging sometimes. I know it's me to make fun of streamers who, like, talk to an NPC and then immediately don't know what to do and be like, come on, like, the game just told you, aren't you paying attention? It's like, yeah, but when a character is talking, that's a chance for me to actually look at chat and look at OBS and make sure everything's going okay. Thank goodness for this lighting bug. It lets me see the hatch easily enough from far away. Alright, here we go. Solar panel works a lot better when it's underwater, it turns out. I had a lot of trouble with this. My surface base earlier. Alright, so I get oxygen just from having power, that's nice. But they made this a little bit abstract. They didn't make you do absolutely everything. Switch focus. Some people are definitely better at it than others. I still would probably argue that, like, to some extent, you're never as immersed in a game when you're streaming it as you are playing it offline, no matter how good you are at being immersed. Unless if you're just completely ignoring your streaming software and chat, just not thinking about it at all. Alright, second base height. I need another quartz. I can make a regular wall walker for now. Sweet. Keep an ion cube on me just in case. I feel like the radiation helmet's taking up a lot of space and could always retreat when I need it. That'd be a good time to get a storage module for my Seamoth. Alright, well now that I have a new base and I have a new place I can deposit stuff, I can actually start exploring. I'm gonna go try to find some copper so I can recharge my Seamoth. This would be a good exploration point. Get down to 200 and then pop out and see what we can do.
Warning. Maximum depth reached.
So specific.
Damage imminent.
I guess it's fair. It is a video. Alright, copper time. I can't get a flashlight but no map, right? Oh wait, maybe I can. Good. Just the map obscures my view. Oh, I need some quartz. That was an interesting sound. Lead. Yeah. How many atmospheres can this thing handle? Well, it's a spaceship, so anywhere between 0 and 1. I found a way to get a flashlight without. Hey, is there a better way to get copper? A targeted way to get copper? I need tons and tons and tons of it. There is. Is there a particular thing I should be looking out for? Is it easily accessible from where I am now? There's some. Something living? Ah. I don't know if I've seen anything living that would make sense.
Warning. Maximum depth reached.
Yeah.
Hull damage imminent.
Yeah. I gotta do that sooner rather than later. I'm running out of battery. Doesn't go this deep. Thank you for your caution in helping me out. What the fuck is that? What is that?
What are you?
Oh my god. That was super spooky. That was super spooky. Alright, it's near the surface, you say? Alright, well, it's not near the surface, it's not somewhere, it's somewhere that's less deep, I guess. So we'll head back towards where we started. Some shallows there. I did make a fabricator, but I need to find whatever this thing is that gets me copper. 0 to 100. Filters? Oh, like barnacles, I guess? I don't think I've ever seen any barnacles, though. Maybe I haven't, didn't realize what they were. Just can't mine that. Well, I guess if I pass one and don't react to it, you guys can just speak up and say, hey, you just passed whatever the copper thing is. I assume they'd be on walls then, right? No, they're just floating around. That's table coral. I do need more of those, though. So it's not barnacles, okay. Well, I'll try to find other living fish that I haven't attacked. Ow. Sorry. This has got to be shallow enough for what you're talking about. So I get lubricant from those. Looking in the wrong place. Don't barnacles, like, adhere to surfaces, though? I guess I don't know enough about the ocean. They're those little things that stick on the side of ships, aren't they? Radiation... Yeah, I guess I've never seen, like, a barnacle in its natural habitat. Oh, the whales? Oh, that's interesting.
Seek fluid intake.
Yes, yes.
Vital signs.
Back to the island later and eat some trees. So, like, why do barnacles stick to ships and whales? I guess I don't know that. I assume they just kind of floated around and stuck to whatever surface. This guy's pretty clean.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
So they're basically hitching a ride? Here's a big one. Shell plate. Mushrooms. Oh. Mushroom maybe damage me? Hey, well, sir. These things are gnarly. This game is so cool. How do they eat? They just suck in like plankton or something? Shit. Plant seed. They're filter feeders. Shit. I don't think I saw any on that whale, so not all whales are guaranteed to have one, or did I just see it and pass it? I thought I saw another big one around here somewhere. They're generally going to be on its back. Shell plate. Oh, is this thing maybe? Break barnacle. Thank you. That's helpful. Thanks, guys. I'm sure that was very frustrating. I wouldn't have thought there would be so many resources on the backs of these guys. That's cool. I wonder how much research the devs did with real sea creatures. They stand out pretty well right now. A spooky psychic Leviathan monster thing talking to me. That was pretty scary. A hallucination. Oh, I see them now. Yes, kitties, I know you're very hungry. Can I break them? Do barnacles happen to have a lot of copper on them in real life? Is that a real thing? I'm learning some interesting science in this game. I know there's a lot of abstraction, to assume that's more of an abstraction. Like making bleach, right?
Seek fluid intake.
Yeah, I'll go do that. Okie doke.
Calorie intake recommended.
I'm on it. Spooky psychic leviathans, native to the Pacific Ocean. Don't remind me of that DLC. Should be plenty of these around, right? This game has a lot of little discoveries that are really fun to reach. Like finding land for the first time is pretty awesome. Okay. Along those trees. There are more of them on the other island, actually. Hey, lovely.
You're not underwater.
I was a second ago. I'm trying to get food and water. This is my wife, Andrea. 1 sec. How was your day off treating you?
Good. I was taking a nap with Ben. He was all curled up.
So furry.
Hey, Andrew.
That's where he is.
Here comes science.
Elbow tree. Here we go.
Vital signs stabilizing.
Thanks, game. I had some pretty spooky stuff happen. On an alien base. So I'm on like a water world.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently aliens used to live here. I activated a teleporter. Alright, I'm all fed. I got a bunch of copper. I can probably make some new batteries for my Seamoths. I'm gonna try to do that really quick. I should be able to use this as a new base of exploration operations.
Do you have, like, scuba gear, or...?
I do. This is my vehicle that I built recently.
Welcome aboard.
This is my underwater base that I just built. Alright. Let's make some batteries. Acid mushrooms. Usually have too many acid mushrooms.
Did you say acid mushrooms?
Yeah. Yes, I did. Alright, I'm gonna go find some quick. You make batteries out of copper and acid mushrooms.
Well, what's that out in the distance?
It's the bottom of this island.
Oh, I was trying to scare you.
You're mean. I handled it, but I was like, what? What? Shit.
Dude, probably the deepest I've ever been underwater is, like, a pool. I'm trying to remember how deep the pool was.
Whoa, 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 whoa. What the hell does damage me?
8 to 10 feet.
What the fuck? Alright, it's fine. It's okay.
Don't piss it off.
This is just a friendly whale. It's got some barnacles on its back that I can get copper out of. Makes perfect sense. Oh, there's acid mushrooms here. That's convenient. Shit. I have to walk this far back. Oh, I got a ton of them there. Sweet. Man, whales are like portable little resource nodes, aren't they? It's pretty great. Oh, I kicked myself in the head. It's funny. Thank you. This thing's almost out of... Ooh, I can build a radio here. Every now and then the game has pity on you and gives you a little radio signal and something to investigate, so in case you don't know where to go, it helps you along.
And whole, like, can't really see things until they get close to you, like Silent Hill.
Pretty scary. Freaks me out. Yeah, I saw that. I don't think I have too much of a way around it, though. Acid mushroom spore is not the same thing as an acid mushroom. Bummer. Alright, but I might be able to... Presumably I can't just make any kind of plant on that. It has to be an underwater plant, right? I could put it in an aquarium, potentially.
Do you have a space hamster?
Do not have a space hamster.
Why not?
You raised a really good question. Clearly I'm failing you. Alright, gotta get these batteries.
Oh, I put the stuffing in the oven to warm up.
Thank you very much.
Mm-hmm.
Start on the lowest temperature.
Yep, yeah, the lowest temperature, in case you were wondering, is 170. Oh my god, what's that?
You're a jerk. You're a big jerk. And I have my flashlight on right now. This is how dark it is. There's nothing for it to shine on.
If you see, like, just a little ball glowing, don't go towards it. It's probably an anglerfish.
I ran into a giant, spooky ghost whale monster thing. It was huge and it talked to me.
Huh.
And then it disappeared, like teleported out of the way. I've run into some teleporty fish. That's a sand shark. Comes out of the sand and gets all mad.
Oh, looks pretty formidable.
In addition to thalassophobia, I also have learned the term is megaphobia. Scared of really, really big things. Like whales.
That makes sense.
So whales are double bad. What was this? Oh, it's just creep pine. I need actual poison mushroom nodes here. And I can make more batteries. And I can explore. One of those guys. Some of these have really cool behaviors, like that guy goes around and tries to pick up metal salvage, just likes metal for some reason. I don't think the lore ever explains why. Just have enough acid mushrooms for days so I don't have to come back this way. Sweet. Alright, so turn these in. I love the lighting in this game. Alright, so we got copper, we got acid mushrooms. I'm down to 19 energy on this thing, which is why I'm out trying to make batteries.
Do you have paint so you can paint, like, Duracell on the side? I think that's an important part of the battery.
Makes it last longer.
Mm-hmm.
Know what the brand is. Or if the entire planet's one secret. I didn't show you this, so I'm on an alien planet, right? Big moon, really close.
Okay.
And there's the ship that we crashed, so I'm like on an escape pod from that ship. Occasionally get notices about other ships. Hi Ben, I see you there.
He's hungry.
Turn on the cat.
From all that napping.
You know, it's just exhausting. Hi Ben. Isaac wants to know how you feel about the Spyro remake.
Oh yeah, I like it a lot. I played through the first one, the Artisan World and the Beastkeeper World. Anyway, 100%ed them. I guess so. Okay, the new Spyro has a feature where sparks will point to gems. Now he gets that ability, I think, in the third one originally. And I was originally unhappy about it happening in the first one, because when I 100%ed the first one, I was goddamn proud of myself. But, you know, when it's just like one gem, like, okay, so if it's like 20 gems, you clearly know that you missed somewhere. But, like, if it's just one that was off in a corner...
It's just saving you time,
It's just saving you time.
That's my mantra about the 3 Cs. You know, there's no challenge in finding the last gem, because you've already beaten the level at that point.
Yeah, I like that you burn the grass. I've been trying to look at all the animations when you, like, kill things.
So some people were complaining that the new Spyro is too close to the original. They didn't change the level design or anything. That makes you very happy, doesn't it?
What makes me happy? Yeah, that is the same. Here, look.
Aww. You post that in Discord in the Marstead IRL channel? Look at it. You just posted in the Discord?
Look, it's Ben. And he's all curled up.
You're a goof, Andrea.
But yeah, man, maybe tomorrow morning before stream, I'll play some more. Let me think.
Some batteries. Copper out. Ben's a kitty.
Not particularly looking forward to Treetops. That one was always hard for me to get 100%.
Silicone rubber.
Oh, the music is of course on point. Yeah, I like the... Oh, I also like the... I actually want to watch all the dragon animations when you rescue them.
Yeah, because they all have cool new things. Like, they'll have a little bit of unique design. Some rubber. So close.
So that's cool. Yeah, Spyro is just a great game.
Yeah, Spyro's one of, I think it's the best looking PS1 game that decided to go with a 3D style. Most PS1 games have aged poorly because the developers tried to do more with the medium than was really possible. But Spyro kind of has this stylized, cartoony style that has aged very well. Alright, we're looking for Creepvine. Need to make a rubber. It's Creepvine seeds, technically, right? I should have deposited the rest of my,
Yeah, exactly, Isaac. Especially, I mean, now, Spyro is the whole reason why whenever I start a level in a video game, I always look behind me first.
It's good. Good job, Spyro. Important lessons.
Yeah.
The game I always think of for that is Donkey Kong Country.
Mm-hmm.
Shit, those take up a lot of space. We don't want a sample, we want the bulbs. Come on. There we go. They take up a decent amount of space too. Okay. That should be enough though. Any vine that offers you a seed for lube and rubber is creepy. Banjo, you probably like Banjo-Kazooie, Andrea.
Mm-hmm.
I think that'll be up your eyes. Hey, Zlua, how you doing? Guys celebrating Thanksgiving today? Yes, kitties, I know, you're both starving. Got 30 minutes, have patience. Calling it a creeper vine? Or is that actually like in the encyclopedia somewhere? Yeah, Spyro will be blind for me. I mean, I've watched Andrea play a bit of it, but you have such mastery over it. Just watching a blur. I need to find a shortcut to see which side of the island I need to be
It's funny, I was playing it and it defaults to like the remastered controls where you use the stick to move the camera, and I was playing and I just kept hitting the bumpers and they make you roll or something, and I was like, I'm gonna have to relearn everything that I've learned over decades
of Spyro.
Of Spyro. But thankfully they have retro controls, so...
They really put effort into it.
I'm
impressed with it.
Really appreciate that.
Nice. Yeah, that's awesome. We just Skyped with significant others today. I think they might still be watching. Robin, are you still there? No, maybe not.
I don't see her in the list.
She was for a bit, though.
Oh, hey Pegs, respond to my email about dinner on Sunday.
He's probably lurking.
Good. You don't have to say anything in chat, he just has to respond to see if... Tell me if he's available on Sunday for dinner.
Rubber. 2 of those from 1 seed cluster. Power cell. Hey.
Hi, Kevin.
See you, Kevin. Have fun. Okie doke. Power cell is only 1 slot, so that's nice. So I'll just keep one of those in my inventory. I'll deposit this other crap. I like you can put a little label on here. Oops.
Oh, dude, doing Thanksgiving after Thanksgiving is awesome. You can get turkey so cheap. Super cheap turkey.
Okie doke. So, finally have a full forward base that I can come back to. That's very exciting. Now, let's go explore for real. See what we can find. Oh, I should make a new radio if I can. Hold on. Titanium and copper. I think I actually used up all my copper, but I could go look for... Wait, no, that might be gold. Alright, I'll come back and build a radio if I find some more copper while I'm just exploring. Now I know to check for whales, though. This thing can only go down to 200 meters before it can't stand the pressure.
Warning, maximum depth reached. Hull damage imminent.
I don't have any regular batteries, so hopefully that doesn't get me in trouble. Let's see. Hey, sweet.
So why are things trying to kill you?
Oh, they are. The ocean's generally more afraid of me than I am of it. That's not always true. Make sure I'm not too
those,
far.
Like, bombs?
What
Or
things?
those circle things that are floating.
Ooh, ruby.
Those, they're glowing. They're circles.
Fish. Oh, these things?
Yeah.
Let's go see. They're living, if I remember right. I think I scanned them last session. I can't get anything off of them. Oh fuck, where's my... God. Let's go get some oxygen and then I'll look up the encyclopedia entry for it. Oops. Let's see. Indigenous life forms. Coral.
Is it the bulbous tree?
No, that's on land. Back left. Right. The fact that it says Leviathans is very worrisome to me. Not happy about that. Oh, exploitable. Interesting.
That's land.
Anchor pods, I think is what they're called. Unusual flora specimens have been encountered exclusively on the deep reefs. They consist of a large spherical gas-filled membrane anchored to the seafloor by its root system. At these depths, it's unlikely the structure is designed to enhance access to sunlight, rather the pod's ability to propagate. Once the pods attain sufficient height, they burst, releasing spores which catch the currents and disperse around the local area. That's really cool. It's all like alien stuff.
And if they're filled with gas, they're pushing out. And if they get too tall, the sea doesn't push back hard enough.
Super cool. One of the main things I'm looking for is wreckage. It's huge. It doesn't look normal. Wreckage has pieces of equipment that I can scan, and after I scan it, I get the blueprints for it. Hey, it's a teleporting guy again. I think I've seen these dudes before. Whoa! Warper. That thing's gnarly looking. Aggressive creature ability to teleport itself and others in space. Oh shit, get out of here before that thing fucking kills me. I want to read that lore, but I also don't want to die. Everything's fine.
So, are they aliens, the warpers?
Well, I mean, everything on this planet's an alien.
Oh.
It's an alien. But do you mean, are they, like, sapient? That I don't think so.
Well, how can they transport? It's just a natural thing, not like a technology thing?
Mechanism located in the head region provides working capability to use the stock targets. No digestive organs. Unable to distinguish whether organic or artificial in nature. That's interesting. Let me go eat really quick and we'll come back down and explore some. Technically, I am the Indian. Raise a good point.
It's like that Twilight Zone episode with no dialogue and the old lady. You know that episode? I feel like that episode would give you a huge boner. You know what I'm talking about?
I mean, I would very much enjoy it.
Yes.
Because it's well made.
Oh, and there's no dialogue, so it's all show don't tell.
No, I've never
You've
seen
never
that
seen
episode.
it?
Sounds good, though.
It's so good. Well, I won't spoil it for you.
Welcome to Marstead After Dark, featuring my wife, Andrea. The normal...
Dude, every, New Year's Day, I used to watch the Twilight Zone marathon on the Sci-Fi Channel.
I'm really glad they have that.
Me too! Twilight Zone is the shit.
It's a really good show. I'd love to get a modern
I mean, some of them kind of suck, or some of them you could see where they're going with
really
it.
Really early.
Right, and you're like...
Alright, I guess I'll watch this whole
thing. Like the one where there's the woman and she had face reconstruction, does not be ugly. Right, okay, so that's they somehow spend half an hour with, the doctors and the nurses being like, oh man, I hope she's not ugly anymore! Woo! And then, they take off the bandage and she, in our perspective, is absolutely beautiful. And the doctors and the nurses all have these, pig faces. So it's beauty is in the eye of the beholder, which might be what it was called. And you're like, I know exactly where you're going with this.
Spoilers. Andrea.
Sorry.
It's fine.
Some of them are really creepy.
I'd love them to bring back Twilight Zone, because you could get a lot of different directors.
Would they just...
with some really good actors.
Redo the stories?
No.
Well, but...
No.
There's no Rod Serling.
Rod Serling.
Whatever.
Sorry.
I feel like they can't come up with good stories unless they're Rod Serling.
Well, what I like about Twilight Zone is I like that it's an avenue for big-name actors to perform small time in just a quick episode of TV, maybe playing a role they typically wouldn't play, in an anthology format. So they don't have to commit to, an entire season of the show. And you get a bunch of cool directors and cool writers. Yeah, Black Mirror is modern Twilight Zone. It's got that Luddite theming to it that I don't care for as much, although most of the episodes are still pretty good, despite that. I guess I like that Twilight Zone didn't really have any theming necessarily. I really gotta find a way to keep track of where my base is. I think I just went all the way around the island. I started with it behind me.
It's fine, you got there.
I should make the medbay thing if I can. does it cost? It's this thing. Pewter chip, fiber mesh, silver ore. Pewter chip is table coral, gold, and copper wire. Copper wire is 2 copper ore. I'm gonna have to get a lot of copper to do that. Probably have to head back to my main base to heal.
I think Twilight Zone's on Netflix or Hulu, one of them.
Yeah,
it's
I think
Netflix.
so as well.
Maybe we'll watch some Twilight Zone.
Bradbury helped.
Now that we're done with the Better Call Saul that's available on Netflix. No spoilers for season 4. We just finished season 3. It's
no
so
spoilers at all for the show from anyone. But
oh, that's
very
true.
good show though.
Dylan thinks it's better than Breaking Bad, and I'm inclined to agree.
I think it is better than Breaking Bad. Breaking Bad is still an amazing show. It's like one of the greatest shows of all time. Better Call Saul just is better.
Yeah, Twilight Zone.
Let's go explore some more. Yeah, Twin Peaks is great too. I love Twin Peaks.
Oh,
I haven't seen the new seasons.
They have a new... Yeah, we haven't seen that, have we?
No.
Is that on Hulu and or Netflix?
I don't think so. Not yet, anyway. Oops. I need to find wreckage, so I might try to get down to 200 meters and then stay in the Seamoth and look for wreckage that I can then explore on foot. Lack of a better term. Marty, are you serious?
He's a hungry kid.
He's sitting on the couch in front of the stream office and like poking his head under the monitor. Be on flippers. Marty. Disconnected my heart rate monitor.
You mean you're not having a heart attack? Oh, it's back now.
Maximum depth reached. Hull damage imminent.
If you see something that looks artificial, let me know. I'm trying to find wreckage to escape him.
I mean, wouldn't the wreckage
Marty...
be buried in the sand?
Well, no, it's wreckage from the ship that just crashed.
Oh, okay.
Like weeks ago or days ago. Here's some creepy sounds underwater, for sure.
Wasn't there this, like, really low frequency hum that people heard in the ocean, or, like, scientists measured in the ocean that they thought, like, it was Cthulhu or something? But it turned out to be whales.
I forget what it's called. There's a Wikipedia article for it.
Oh my god sound?
No, that's the signal from space. It's a bummer, Looney.
I thought the signal from space was the WoW signal.
Just warp me out of my thing. I think he did. There's the oh my god particle.
Yep.
There's the WoW signal. And then there's the bloop, I want to say it was called. I don't know how I feel about that heartbeat sound. Ooh. It's definitely the deepest I've been. Put the structure down here, man. Kind I'm gonna go look down here. I haven't been seeing this stuff before. Skins. Gabe's feather. Plant grows almost exclusively in deeper waters, where tan-like leaves have evolved to filter sediment from the environments. Wait, those are eggs, maybe? Blood vine.
Oh, so they're blood blisters.
Species of kelp grows in sparse copses deep in the ocean floor, provide shelter from an array of distinct fauna and megafauna. Vibrant red oils which seep from the blood and coagulate into semi-hard pustules, fall loose, a vital foodstuff for the local ecosystem. Oh, there's a whale bro up there. Go scope him out. Maybe he's got some copper for me. Oops. Just tickled. Whale bro.
So what is everyone thankful for? Are you thankful that he's streaming on Thanksgiving?
Thankful for everyone tuning in. Appreciate it, everybody. I wonder why I can't normally farm the acid mushrooms on these guys. SP generation. Shit, where'd it go?
It's funny, when he first started streaming, he would have some of our friends, like, watching, but he wasn't really making any money. And then he came up with this sphere point thing. And once there was something tangible, people, like, mostly our friends, actually gave him money for sphere points. They weren't just gonna donate, you know, randomly to him.
That was when
if they could buy something.
They didn't do anything, though, at the time.
I know.
There was no voting system.
It was funny. No, it was good. So that's how spear points were born.
Greed. Rampant greed.
3-day weekend hype!
Didn't realize how far away I was from this thing. Thankful for Red Dead 2 and Pokemon.
That's fair. Yeah, I hear the new Pokemon thing that came out is really good. Is it a remake?
Sort of.
Because it looked like all these screenshots I see, the Gen 1.
Yeah, it's a remake of the Gen 1, the first Pokemon game, but with Pokemon Go mechanics. And everyone was like, oh god, that's gonna suck, but it turns out it's actually super good, apparently. I own it, I just haven't played it yet because I don't want to play it without streaming it. An egg? Blood oil. Ooh.
I love that they're making a movie. People are like, oh shit, Pokemon can make money.
There've been a couple of Pokemon movies.
Oh really? But like after the success of Pokemon Go, you don't think that's why
Andrew,
they made this movie?
What do you think is the largest franchise in terms of dollars made in the history of media?
History of media?
All media.
Okay, wait, let me think about this.
That's books, movies, TV shows.
Yep. Mariah Carey's All I Want for Christmas Is You.
It's Pokemon.
Pokemon!
The most lucrative
Yeah, but
franchise.
I feel like I've never seen a Pokemon movie. I've never heard anyone talk about a Pokemon movie.
You didn't see the Mewtwo movie?
No.
You didn't go watch the Mewtwo?
This is the first I'm ever hearing of it.
Are you serious? There's all this... So offended. Don't warp me while I'm scanning a thing! God, that's such a... Oh, well... Oops. There goes all my shit.
Oh, did you die?
Yeah.
What'd you do?
I got eaten by a warp guy. So do I lose other stuff I was carrying, or just things that I've got since my last excursion? Shit. Seamoth's all the way down there now. The Mewtwo one was in theaters, though. It was a long time ago. It's sassy with spooky warping jellyfish monsters. I just wanted to get my cool new crystal. I was trying to scan it before I harvested it.
Hey, Marty. Hey, buddy.
So pathetic. It's like the only reason they're not feeding me is because they don't know I exist. We might lose the center monitor again the way Ben is sitting right now.
So remember when he knocked that over along with one of your lighting things and your microphone.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Oh, Benedict.
I probably should start carrying a medkit. I was actually down here trying to get the materials to craft the medkit.
I love you.
Here, prop turn on the cat cam when you put it in Marty for me.
There's... Wait. There's Ben, poking his head.
You're a real jerk. Get me out of this thing.
Hi, Ben.
Hi, Marty.
It's not Marty, that's Ben.
Hi, Marty.
No, Cammy, that's Ben.
Timothy Kittlekin Cumbercat.
You.
Close enough. Turn it back on. Oh, I'm out of regular battery for this thing. Uh-oh. Probably should fix that. I'm gonna try to find that thing I left behind first. Jesus, Ben, thank you.
Hey, Marty. You kind of blend in. See, Ben rubs his face on the monitor. I feel like he knows when he's on camera and he's like, fuck you.
I'm gonna turn it off.
I'm not gonna be on camera until you feed me. I don't work for free.
How's your brain, Marty?
100% Spyro hype.
It's the only way to play Spyro. If it ever gets on my schedule, I feel like I need 100% it.
Yep.
That's awesome.
This ecological biome matches 7 of the 9 preconditions for stimulating terror in humans.
Thank you. It's good to know.
My mom says she wants to give all of her spear points to me and Lisa. Lisa's my sister.
She has a lot of spirit points she's never spent.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, last time I had I probably have a whole bunch. Well, I guess I'm not really in stream all that much, but I get spirit points for being a subscriber, right?
You do get some for that, yeah. You dumped them into Kingdom Hearts before.
Yeah! Did that ever win?
It did. We played it and beat it.
Nice.
You tuned in sometimes.
Yeah. There are things in my brain just doesn't really think are important to remember.
Except for song lyrics.
Yeah, I was thinking you could put my mom's spear points up for a raffle or something.
Hi, Ben.
Benedict Timothy Kittleton Cumbercat. The third. No, he's really the first one. If we get another cat, would we name him the third after Ben dies?
Oh.
Or the second, Junior?
Should name the next cat the same thing. Isn't that kind of weird?
I don't know. I mean, people do it.
Don't talk about...
Isn't that what they did with Santa's Little Helper on The Simpsons?
Don't talk about Ben dying. He's gonna live forever.
No, he's not.
He's gonna survive until we find
Snowball 1? Exactly. Aha knows what's up.
Invincible cat formula. You should know this.
So you guys know how, like, Gouda comes with this red wax on the outside of it? I ate all the Gouda, and I accidentally left the red wax out on the counter, and Marty fucking ate it.
Hope he's okay.
We're hoping that he's okay, and we'll just kind of poop it out.
Take him to the vet if he's not okay by tomorrow. Cat wants cheese. I'll do anything for cheese.
No, I know it was Marty. I caught him red-handed.
Benzene. Interesting. Synthetic fibers. So we want that. Blood oil is really important, it looks like.
Oh, sorry. Yes, it was totally not Dylan. Although he can have the wax if he wants. I'm not gonna stop him. I had all the Gouda. And it was good.
You're the worst.
All you have to do is change one letter and it's Gouda.
You dump my dead battery.
Oh, that's awesome, Darkstar. I hope they enjoy gaming.
Let's get some more of that blood oil.
Just sounds really gross.
Kinda does, doesn't it?
Warning, maximum depth reached.
Sorry, sorry, yeah. Yes.
So how do you avoid getting the bends? Because you are resurfacing very quickly. Isn't that a thing that you get if you resurface too quickly?
Abstraction of a gameplay mechanic, because tracking the bends would not be fun. Silver ore. More ruby. What the fuck is that?
It kind of looks like a dinosaur. It's walking? That's so weird.
Alien feces. And it's pooping.
You're gonna shoot it in the butt?
I'm just gonna scan it. I don't know what it is. Freak me out. Alright, so Leviathan. Interesting.
Expansion of nitrogen bubbles.
Dropped a bunch of poop.
That sounds really uncomfortable.
I might be cutting this a little close. Once you run out of oxygen, you start to black out. You have like 5 seconds or something.
Mm-hmm.
It's scary. Alright, let's get some oxygen back, and let's read the entry for it. Alien species, nutrient-rich manure, suitable for bioenergy production. That's right, I can build one of those later. It's exciting.
Oh, is it like Nibbler's dark matter poop?
Yeah, there you go.
Use it as rocket fuel?
Sea Shredder Leviathan. Vast Leviathan roams the reef in herds. Protect a range of scents. Thick armor protects a creature from attack by all but the largest of carnivores. Siphons up plant material from the seafloor. Huh. That's cool. Very cool.
You're cool.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Gotta find that blood forest again.
Ugh. Ugh. No.
It's just like red. They just called it blood. It looked like.
Was it sticky like blood?
Yeah, like congeals into little pustules and stuff. There's a treader. I have to turn around when my oxygen gets to like 65 or so. Make sure I can get back in time.
Little Benedict. He's
So
now
soon.
walking in circles around us. Oh, he's back up on the desk. Uh-oh, that doesn't sound good.
This is a cave. Scary. Oh, those shield deposits came from them kicking stuff up? Let's go.
probably head back.
See what new blueprints I got from that gel thing. Got some Discord messages and try to read here. Does this actually pause?
30 seconds.
Oh, right on. Yeah, on. We'll see if that continues.
Or Twitch switch something?
Yeah, we're trying to figure it out. He's not getting as much SP as he should be getting. Seems to be the only user that it's really impacting. I thought maybe it had something to do with VPN or...
Did you piss off Twitch?
Oh, yeah.
Hull damage imminent.
Oh my god!
Why would you do that? Why would you do that? Oh, the Lion King remake's been in the works for like a year and a half, right? It's got
Oh, yeah, Beyonce?
Beyonce and Donald Glover, the adult Simba.
Nice.
I think you're a review bot or something. Well, hopefully it stays
Is it a
fixed.
cartoon or like
No, it's
live
live
action?
It's part of their whole live action thing that they're doing.
Is it gonna be like Milo and Otis without the animal abuse? Did you ever see Milo and Otis?
I haven't, no.
I remember watching Milo and Otis a lot when I was a kid, and I remember thinking, like, wow, Milo looks really different in this scene compared to what he used to look like.
Damage imminent.
Is it a different dog?
No, Milo's the cat.
Okay, sorry, I've seen it.
I'm pretty sure Milo's the cat.
It's so dark right now.
Warning, entering ecological dead zone.
Oh my god!
You gotta stop that. You really gotta stop that. I gotta get food anyway.
That's funny.
Eric Andre is gonna be in it as well. He's one of the hyenas.
Nice.
It's the voice of...
They should get Whoopi Goldberg back.
Yeah, it's a shame they're not gonna have, Scar.
Hades?
No, it's not Hades.
Oh, I didn't think it was Hades. Jeremy Irons?
Jeremy Irons. Hades is James Woods.
Oh, my bad.
He was an excellent Disney villain and also a villain in real life, unfortunately.
What did he do?
It's political quarantine.
I see. I don't think he has life insurance.
No.
I have life insurance because my grandfather was a life insurance salesman, so he made sure to give me life insurance. So, you know, you're welcome in case. And I don't know, the lab might have life insurance by default. I don't know. In case something bad happens downhole.
We're at time. I'm just going to try to get to land so I can eat some food at the start of the next session here.
I just like scaring him because it's funny.
That one actually worked because it was at the same moment when it said you're in an ecological dead zone. Which I assume is a map boundary, maybe? I don't know. Figure it out next time. Oops. Great wife.
Yeah,
you know.
I'm the best.
Alright, it's been a treat, everybody. Happy Thanksgiving to those of you in the US, and happy spirit of Thanksgiving otherwise. I'll let you guys know what's coming up tomorrow and next week.